This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Set up a website with a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first order with the code and link in the description box below.
It is not raining. I am quite literally dripping with excitement because I have got a brand new Sony A9 Mark III. This has got a global shutter. Oh, 120 FPS. Oh, and it's got a C5 button on the front. Also, it has got $6,000 price tag. Well, I don't think that's really a feature, but it doesn't matter because that's this. Oh! It's even quicker than the subject. It may look like an empty space, but it's just quicker than the subject. Okay, we may not have the same fancy subjects as a Sony event, quite far from it in fact.
The A9 hands-on vid was all glitz, canapes, premeditated ass-kicking, and whatever this guy is doing. Is he looking for his contact lenses? Oh, that move. Oh, okay then. I'm just keeping it real this time round. That's what Nikon did, introducing the Z8 in the park outside of their office. But you know what? The A9 III is perhaps the camera to keep the Z8 grounded, and here's 5 reasons why.
Speedy tosses. So the idea is that we've got some nice straight lines here. We want to try and get everything nice and straight and not wobbly jello effect.
And we come here because we got the vessel made to look at rolling shutter.
Yeah, yes, Locke. That's that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, we discussed that and we agreed.
We built that.
Yeah.
And the wing's getting heavier.
It is getting heavy, isn't it?
Annoying.
Shitting hell.
Just to illustrate the benefits of a global shutter for fast photography, this is the standard scientific frying pan panning shot test.
How about do panning so you can see the
Good
lines.
idea. Good idea.
So you run as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Let's see if you get any rolling shutter. Probably it shouldn't.
Well, it really does stick.
Okay, I'm ready.
In that very normal scenario, you can see what the potential effects of rolling shutter are. Even though the Z8 has very fast readout speeds, it can't completely eliminate it from every situation.
Oh, the eye detection working really great.
Oh shit.
You need to run.
With the A9 III, you'll see a difference for this kind of panning shot. Tele lens, close to subject, tracking fast-moving subject. It doesn't necessarily have to involve a frying pan, of course.
So it does shoot 120 frames per second at 24 megapixels, whereas the Z8, it does go up to that. It's just that you have to reduce it down to 11 megapixels.
And JPEG.
JPEG,
But this is 120 FPS RAW? Is it RAW?
Yes, it's RAW.
What else? It has a higher res EVF than the Z8, and
It's got high speed flash sync as well, so you can put your strobe out there and give a bird epilepsy.
but there are other things to consider than just simply the specs. Also worth noting that if you're planning to use one of these cameras for fast-moving subjects, Sony has the better offering of native lenses, whether it be 70 to 200s or longer tele lenses. The choice is just better with Sony.
There we are, that's the 70 to 200s, but then we go to longer ones. Oh yeah, so there we are. If you like it, buy it.
It's not just about long lenses though. Sony's system is more mature. Some lenses are on the 2nd or 3rd generation, which means there's more choice from fancy new lenses to cheaper old ones, but that also means there's more variety.
Oh, what do you have there?
Yeah, so this is the new Sony 24 to 50 mm f2.8. Very odd focal range, you may think, but it's 2.8. Field thread is 67 mm. Capturing. It's just like the other modern lenses. It's kind of a little bit of a plastic film, but solid enough. But also, that's quite a big aperture for a standard zoom. It's just that you lose out a little bit at the longer end. I don't think you're losing too much.
Well, you're losing a lot of size.
Yes,
Much smaller.
it is. That is the good thing about this lens. If you want to have a compact setup, well, this is it, isn't it?
Yeah, you can forget getting a prime.
Some might think it's pointless to have a practical lens like a standard zoom, with a slight impracticality of having less range, but it's Sony's smallest, lightest standard zoom, which is practical in its own way. You're gaining a lot by losing a little.
Optically, well, there you can see it. Boom, there we are. Don't need to say any more. It's a lens, it's compact, it's lightweight.
I guess this is pretty good for street photography again.
Yes.
24 to 50 is all the street photography range
I
that
think
you need.
That's all the focal lengths that I would actually use.
Yeah.
Whenever I use a 24-70, I never use 70. It's just getting a bit closer.
Use your feet to zoom.
Or cropping.
Or crop in, yes. Maybe not with this camera because you've only got 24 megapixels. But if you use the A7R5, just crop in. Yeah.
Think of this lens as saving in terms of having to carry and also the cost on at least 3 primes. If you were to get 24, 35 and 50mm f2.8, it would cost you more and you'd carry more weight, but also you have to mount and unmount lenses to change between focal lengths.
Why have this? Why have another standard zoom? But it's nice to have the option, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choice.
It's you don't have to buy it, don't buy it.
Yeah. If you don't like it, don't buy it then. Go away.
Stay at home.
Go away. Unsubscribe.
No, don't do that.
It's not going to make sense to all, but at least you're spoilt with the choice of these kind of options. One thing that Sony seems to have been on a mission to do in recent times is to make the lenses smaller and lighter.
But this is a great size. And just like the other lenses, it managed to fit an aperture ring on it.
Which is better balanced on a mirrorless camera. But there's larger lenses, power zoom lenses, cine lenses, there's something for everyone. And that's the beauty of Sony's Alpha system. Some might say that you could adapt old Nikon lenses, but for the Z system, there's 41 lenses compared to the 73, or is it 74 now, for Sony E-mount. And that's something to get excited about. Oh, wow! Wow.
Something more fun.
This is the game-changing destroyer of all camera brands. How can
all
you say it's
camera.
not fun when it causes so much destruction? Yeah, and I would know all about having fun destroying stuff. I'm sure for a lot of prospective A9 III owners, it won't be your only camera. And if you're going the way of Sony, you can quite literally fill your boots or kit bag with the bonanza of kit on offer. You needn't buy accessories from any other brand because there's more proprietary accessories than you can wag a Betamax tape at. But the great thing is that they do everything from smartphones, small sensor compact cameras, action cameras through to their alpha cameras and cine cameras. Whereas with Nikon, you only need to look at their DX lineup to see how lackluster things are.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm handing it from here to that centre column with that smiley face, whatever face you call that. Okay.
Scientific.
Same with Nikon burst, pan. And you can actually see it when you look at the Nikon shots. There is some rolling shutter, which is... I never realised it would be that noticeable actually, because they say, you know, it's almost as good as a global shutter. It's got fast readout, but
It's virtually low rolling shutter.
No, it's not.
Last thing is, I didn't think it would be too different, seeing as the ratings are not too wildly different, but in practice, the Z8 battery lasted for pretty much just that shoot. Some frantic burst shooting and some video recording, and the Z8 was flashing for a battery change. The A9 III, not even close to flashing its bat. Alright, there we are. Not a happy Nikon fanboy? Well, stay tuned for the flip side of this story. But first, this sponsored message about Squarespace. It's just the best solution for setting up a website or online store quickly and easily because the interface makes it a breeze to do so. Start off with one of their neat looking templates, customize it, shift things around, and that's it. Get going with a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first order. Links in the description down below.
But how about other usual digital camera like a
Okay,
S5 Mark II?
well, let's find out the difference. So we've got S5 2X, which is... the rolling shutter's not that great. I mean, when I say it's not that great, there is noticeable rolling shutter, especially when it comes to video. So we are going to show you the benefit of the global shutter by comparing a $6,000 camera with a $2,000 camera. This is as entry level as you can get, really.
For full frame. People going to comment, oh, Nikon is that's entry level for you. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm ready.
I apologise,
okay.
sir. Your pancake's ruined.
Oh. Whoa, look at the background. Yes. Whoa,
It's really bad.
It's really bad.
Tosser, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, toss.
Oh.
I'm ready. Go.
Oh, it's really soggy.
It's pretty soggy, isn't it? Oh, gunky.
Oh, disgusting. Oh, ew. My tripod got taken, so low angle shooting.
Okay, here we go. Go.